So I just wanted to do a really short video about a question that came to me. It was actually a question that came in the Shift Society in my membership community. If you want to know more information about that, you can, get that information in the description below. But in the Shift Society, we did a whole series on forgiveness and about learning how to forgive ourselves, learning how to forgive other people, and what this is all about and how to do this. Because I think for a lot of us, it can be a really hard thing. And then in this training, we went through why it can be really hard. But someone asked a question afterwards. And for those of you who have been feeling like that you need to forgive someone that's hurt you or someone that has wronged you, that you're like, I know that it would be healthy and healing for me to forgive them, but I'm scared. So I want to talk about this today. I'm just going to give you sort of a briefer teaching about this for any of you who are in that place. If you're new here, welcome to our incredible corner on the internet. Take a second, introduce yourself in the comment section below. If you're back, say hello. Love connecting with you. Either way, my name is Kristina. I'm a registered clinical therapist, a researcher, a coach, and the creator of my incredible membership community with incredible men and women in there doing this work, the Shift Society. You can get more information in the description below. I help heart-centered go-getter men and women break through the crap that is holding them back so that they can like themselves and their lives more every day. And this concept of being scared to forgive, let me know in the comment section if there has been some fear that has ever come up with you when you've thought about forgiving someone for something that they've done. And I want to address this fear head on. So just let me know in the comment section. For many of us, we think that if we forgive, we need to forget. There is a saying that's been drilled into so many of our brains that says, forgive and forget. And there is fear around that because we think if I forget it, two things. It's going to be like it never happened and I didn't go through that and I didn't experience that and I didn't feel that. It's going to be like it wasn't valid. If I just forgive it and forget it, it will be like it wasn't important. The other reason is because we fear that if we forgive and forget, then we will have to have a close relationship with that person. And we're scared of getting hurt again. We're scared that if we let bygones be bygones and push it all aside and leave it in the past, then our future is uncertain. Our future could be painful again. And so that's the one I want to address here now. This second one around this fear or this idea or this belief that things have to go back to normal if I forgive this person. And that, my friend, is just not true. Things do not have to go back to normal, especially if the person has proven themselves to be unsafe. Physically unsafe, obviously, yes. Things are not going back to normal, but also mentally and emotionally unsafe. If that person has proved that being close to them does not permit emotional safety, then you don't have to be close to them. It's like a wounded bear, right? If you see a wounded bear. So back to what we've talked about before, I'm just going to take a little bit of a side note here, that we know that when people do things, when people treat other people badly, you know the saying, hurt people, it's coming from their own pain, their own shame, their own stuff that they have going on, and then their own idea of what's an okay way to offset that emotion and a way to treat other people, right? It's from what they have going on. It is not personal. It actually, how someone else treats us has nothing to do with us. It's all about what they have going on within them. And even if we understand why someone has done what they've done, or why they do what they do, that doesn't excuse it. And it doesn't mean that just because we understand that the bear is wounded, that it's okay that they swipe at us when we get close. And so for a lot of us, when we have been really hurt or mistreated in some way by someone, we're scared that if we forgive them, we're going to have to get close again. But know that you do not have to get close, especially if they have a propensity to swipe. It doesn't mean you have to completely block them out of your life. There's a lot of people who struggle with that a lot. They're like, do I have to completely get this person out of my life? And I'm not going to tell you who you should keep in your life and who you shouldn't keep in your life. But for those of you who are like, I don't want to have to cut this person out of my life, but every time I get close, I get hurt. So to that, I say, keep yourself out of swiping distance. Forgiveness doesn't mean that you just waltz back in there and pretend that everything is fine. You don't forget, not because you're hanging on to bitterness and resentment, but you don't forget in order to keep yourself safe. When you know that this person can swipe without notice or without warning, then keep yourself out of swiping distance. You can't forgive and forget. You need to remember to keep yourself safe. So to those of you who have been struggling with this idea that if you forgive, you need to have the same relationship that you had before, you do not. Be honest with yourself about what that person is offering. I think so often we are surprised when someone does what they usually do. That we're surprised when someone says something to us in a certain way, or they treat us in a certain way, or they do something in a certain way. We're surprised that they did it, but it's just what they've always done and how they've always shown up in our relationship with them. And so instead of being surprised, going in knowing full well what this person is offering to the relationship, and adapt and adjust your expectations accordingly. And then also adapt and adjust the space to which you get close to them accordingly. It's okay to keep yourself out of swiping distance. It's okay to forgive someone and not be close to them. I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments section below for those of you who have been struggling with this part of it. If you want more support around this, if you want to be taking this work deeper, if you want to be doing this emotional processing and learning how to deal with our own thoughts and our own emotions and the things that are going on in our lives so that we can be feeling how we want to feel and showing up how we want to show up, then I want to invite you to get on the waitlist for the Shift Society. Get in there and do this work with us. It's an incredible space. Powerful tools, amazingly supportive community. Like the video, share it out if you haven't already, and let me know in the comment section below. Always so good to be here with all of you. Until next time, take good care.